Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of Gandhi's The Story of My Experiments with Truth, Chapter 2 about his childhood. In this second chapter, Gandhi speaks about his childhood. He says that they left from Porbandar and went to Rajkot when he was 7 years old. This is because his father was joining a member of the Rajasthani court, and there he was put in primary school. And he says that he remembers everything, including the names and other particulars of the teachers who taught him there. And he says at Porbandar, he was not something very good in studies. He says, I should have been only a mediocre student. And from that school, he went to a suburban school and then to a high school when he was 12 years old. And he says, during this period, I remember one thing. I have never told any lie to anyone, either to my teachers or to my classmates. And also he says that he was very shy and generally he avoided friends. His books and his lessons were his only companions. He will go to school when the bell rings, and as soon as the school closes and the bell rings, he will run back home. He says, I'll really run because I was afraid to speak to anyone. And he was also afraid whether anyone will make fun of him. And he says, I remember this incident very clearly. And this incident happened when we had our examinations during his first year at the high school. And he says it's really worth recording. One Mr. Gill, who was the educational inspector, had come to the school for inspection. And he had given 5 words to write as a spelling exercise. One of the 5 words was kettle, and Gandhi had written the word wrongly. His teacher, who was coming for rounds, saw that Gandhi had written the word wrong, and so he just made some sound with his boot. And he thought that will prompt Gandhi to look at him, and he could ask him to see his neighbor's slate, that is the boy who was sitting next to him, to see his slate and write the word correctly. But Gandhi thought that the teacher was next to him to supervise him and to check whether he was copying. So he never even lifted his head. And as a result, all the boys in the class had written the correct spelling except Gandhi. Only Gandhi was standing as a stupid person in the class. Later on, the teacher called him and told him, I tried to call you and tell you to look at your friend and copy. But Gandhi says that will not be of any use because it is not easy for him to copy. He says, I can never copy. And he says, because of this, I did not think less of my teacher. My respect for my teacher was the same. Because he says, if they are elders to me, generally I will not be able to see their faults. Afterwards, he came to know about so many shortcomings about this teacher, but his respect for the teacher was the same. Because according to Gandhi, he learnt only to carry out the orders given by the elders, but not to analyze it or scrutinize it. And he also says 2 other incidents happened at the same time which are still in his memory. Generally, Gandhi will not read any other books other than his school books. He will do his daily lessons regularly because he was scared about getting punishment from the teachers, and at the same time he did not like telling lies to the teachers. Therefore, he will do his daily lessons, but he will not concentrate that much in it. And suppose in case he says if the daily work is done properly, then what is, see, for that only he will have time. So he did not have much time to do extra reading. But once his father had purchased a book. It was Shravana Priti Bhakti Nataka. It's about Shravana, a person, and his devotion towards his parents. And Gandhi read the book and it was so very interesting. And at the same time, some showmen had come to their place, and one of the pictures showed this same character Shravana carrying in a sling fitted to his shoulders his 2 parents, and both his parents were blind, and he was carrying them to all the temples. And he says that this book and the picture really impressed him, And Gandhi thought, if at all I should copy something, I should copy Shravana. I should be like him. And he says that lament, the way the parents cried when Shravana died, is still fresh in his memory. And his father had brought him a musical instrument, concertina, and in that he will play that tune and he will always be memorizing or thinking about this play. Same way, another play also attracted Gandhi. And this drama was performed by a company, drama company in his place, and he asked his father permission to go and watch the performance. The play is Harichandra. Gandhi says Harichandra's story captured his heart and he was never tired of seeing it. But how many times will someone give him permission to go and see the play? But the play captured Gandhi so much and haunted him that Gandhi will play Harichandra drama himself and he does not remember how many times he would have played. He will always ask himself day and night, why can't all of us be like Harichandra, that is, only say the truth, never tell a lie? And he thought that to follow the truth, even if you are going to suffer like Harichandra, will be very inspiring. And he says, I literally feel that Harichandra is a story which should have been real, because his common sense told him that Harichandra could not have been a historical character. But still he feels that Harichandra and Shravana are living realities. And he says that even today if I read these both plays, that is Harichandra and Shravana, I will be moved in the same way how I was moved when I read it for the first time. With this, Gandhi ends the second chapter, Childhood. Thank you.